Do you think about your time incarcerated?
All the time. I said, I've done commencement speaks, I've done military speeches, and I asked, you understand that I'm not a good role model. I keep telling the universities, and I talk to school groups, because they said they like perspective I have sometimes. And I said, listen, it's not a good example. However, it gets into a philosophical problem. Is the past indicative of the future? Well, we wouldn't be here. My father was killed by a drunk driver, and I've hated that guy. I've gone to therapy, and my religion would say forgive. It would be a comedy part. Forgive the guy that killed your dad,
right.
And then you can get past it. And then there's this little part of me goes, if my dad hadn't been killed, I wouldn't be here right now. And it's the saddest thing. So the terrible things that have happened in life had to happen for us to be here and to see my blessings and my daughters and my wife and my family. Do we get credit? And then you get into this horrible thing was the slaughter of people here, or this slaughter or that slaughter, all the horrible things that have happened needed to happen. It's called destiny or predestination. Is there free will, or is this all we have to do what we're doing because the future already exists?
But at that time, you were after your father got killed in an accident, your mother remarried, and you were living.
But I didn't care about anything really.
You didn't,
because once I walked to the death of my father, and I said,
"How old were you?"
11. I said, "This whole thing is bullshit. You take the wonderful thing in my life. So God doesn't exist, or God's this evil prick that does horrible things to people." So I divided myself into two different people. One that said, I'm, what was it, in Leave It to Beaver, Eddie Haskell.
Right.
I became Eddie Haskell. I said to adults whatever they wanted to hear. I was really good at, of course, I'll make my bed. Anytime I went to somebody else's house, I knew exactly what to do to make them like me so I could steal liquor or steal money from them. I had two different people. One just didn't give a shit. Because we don't have any control of this place. You took the love of my life. I hated life. And then, but part of me is funny.
You were just angry.
Just angry about it. So I could continue that way. Two different divisions. And then literally got into this whole thing about I should have joined the military. That's where a lot of my buddies said, you need military school. Because I was really Eddie Haskell. I told everybody what they wanted to do. And then once I got into drugs.
Were you doing drugs or selling drugs?
It was right before. Remember Scarface? He said, "Don't get greedy and don't do your own stuff." That was in that movie, and both of those happened. I was just a kid.